Before this video begins, I want to thank NN for providing the review code for Ninja JaJaMaru, the Lost RPGs, available now on all platforms. So, shall we throw our shurikens out? I think we shall. I enjoy looking at retro games sometimes here on Quick Look, and, well, we're going way back. Way back with this one. Although this is a bit of a recent release, but it's an old game. Where does that come from? Well, welcome on into Quick Look, everyone, and NN provided us the review code for a very interesting game that, you know what? I've never heard of this series. I legit have never heard of it until I received the code for it, but this is an interesting one. Ninja JaJaMaru, the Lost RPGs. Yeah, these are some RPGs released back in the days of the Famicom. Yeah, the Famicom. These didn't release in the West on the NES, so we're dealing with some games that have never really been released here publicly, but you know, I was definitely intrigued to give these a go, so that's exactly what I did, and this is an interesting game collection, to be honest. There's a lot of settings you can go in, but obviously the meat and potatoes is the game itself, and I played the first one that they included on the game here, and I'm actually kind of impressed with how the game went with, because it actually feels like the modern sort of JRPGs that we get, but obviously this is an NES game, so very much this game was built for that platform, and it is definitely dated. I mean, you guys know that. For a game like this, for an RPG, obviously it's not gonna hold up in the same way as a modern RPG, but if you're someone who likes that era of RPG, this could be an interesting one to check out, I'd say. I think the thing I found interesting was the progression, really. Like, it felt very standard, really. And obviously, it's an RPG, but yeah, it's just a standard sort of game. Like, I know I'm kinda in shock a little bit with how much modern RPGs take from games like this, but you know, this was a pioneering game back in the days of the NES. So yeah, graphics though, I do like what they went with for the art style. Obviously very much NES graphics, but it works to its advantage. It has a lot of really good nature tones in there, and everything about it is pretty solid. Battles are brutally difficult though, so I bet you, if you probably can look up all the information, you probably will have a much better time figuring this shit out. I couldn't really, so yeah. But if you're someone who likes a good JRPG, I'd say this is definitely one to look into. It's on PS4, which is where I got my review code for it, and you know what? I think it's worth the money. Like, if you like a classic JRPG, yeah, give this a go. Just remember that this is an NES game, so it is definitely not going to have aged well compared to more modern ones, but look, if you're someone who wants an old school JRPG experience, yeah, I'd say this would be a good one to pick up. So, yeah, I'm a little bit of a short one here, but, you know, sometimes you gotta mix the longer ones with the shorter ones. So, yeah, but that's gonna do it for Quick Look this time. We got a bunch more games we're gonna be taking a look at over the next little while, so definitely stay tuned. I've got some really good ones planned out here. So, yeah, but as I always like to say, I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone. I will see you all whenever that may be. Johnny!